Good day everyone! I hope you're feeling good and staying safe as well as you watch this video. So for this video, we are going to talk about the theories of personality and personal development. So I hope you will listen to me so that you will understand the lesson. Personality theories look to study an individual's personality, the way we feel, behave, and interact with the world around them. These theories aim to understand the origin of personalities and the summation of a person's trait. So let us focus first to the theories of personality. So what is the word personality? The term personality is derived from the Latin word persona, meaning a mask. According to Alpert 1961, personality is the dynamic organization within the individual of the psychophysical system that determine his characteristics, behavior, and thoughts. And according to Hollander 1971, personality is the sum total of an individual's characteristics which make him unique. And according to Gross 1996, those relatively stable and enduring aspects of individuals which distinguish them from other people, making them unique, but which at the same time allow people to be compared with each other. So there are four major personality perspectives in theories of personality. The first one is psychoanalytic perspective. The psychoanalytic perspective of personality emphasizes the importance of early childhood experiences and the unconscious mind. This perspective on personality was created by psychiatrist Sigmund Freud, who believed that things hidden in the unconscious could be revealed in a number of different ways, including through dreams, free association, and slips of the tongue. Freud has never ceased to face criticism for his work, unlike many psychologists. He actually did not use empirical research or studies to back up his theories. He works solely with adults, a case-by-basis. However, the psychoanalytic perspective remains as one of the top personality theories to date. Unlike the humanist theory and Freud's focus remains in the unconscious, he explores the idea that in order to develop the root of our personality, we have to dig deeper than what we experience on the surface. This perspective gives us a lot to think about when it comes to the development of our personality. Second, the humanistic perspective. The humanistic perspective of personality focuses on psychological growth, free will, and personal awareness. It takes a more positive outlook on human nature, and it is centered on how each person can achieve their individual potential. Human perspective also emphasizes personal growth that gain the decisions we're making, the things that we do or an attempt hopefully to grow as an individual, and then our self-concept is the way we see ourselves congruent or doesn't line up with what is real. The way I see myself, is it the same as everyone else is, or is it the same as what really is? Third one is trait perspective. The trait perspective of personality is centered on identifying, describing, and measuring the specific traits that make up human personality. By understanding these traits, researchers believe that they can better comprehend the differences between individuals. Personality traits reflect people's characteristic patterns of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. An example of trait is extroversion, introversion. Introversion tends to be manifested in outgoing, talkative, energetic behavior, where introversion is manifested in more reserved and solitary behavior. The fourth major part of perspective is social cognitive perspective of personality. Emphasizes the importance of observational learning, self-efficacy, situational influences, and cognitive processes. It says that people learn behaviors through their interactions and observation of others, as well as the direct experience. The social cognitive perspective on personality is a theory that emphasizes cognitive processes such as thinking and judging in the development of personality. These cognitive processes contribute to learned behaviors that are central to one's personality. By observing an admired role model, an individual may choose to adopt and emphasize particular traits and behaviors. So now let's proceed to the next topic, which is personality development. So when we say personality, what comes to your mind? Okay, so personality, again, it is derived from Latin word persona, meaning mask, the relatively stable feelings, thoughts, and behavioral patterns a person has. Personality, it is who we are. Our personalities determine how we act and react, as well as how we interact with others and respond to the world. If personality is stable, does this mean it does not change? It does change occur. So, what are the importance of personality development? So, personality development grooms an individual and helps him make a mark of his or her own. Personality development goes a long way in reducing stress and conflicts. And personality development helps you develop a positive attitude in life. The big 5 components of personality, or in other term, ocean. Number 1 is openness. The degree to which a person is curious, original, intellectual, creative, and open to new ideas. It is one of the big 5 personality factors, which means being creative and open to new ideas factor indicates how open-minded a person is. They have creative thinking and how flexible attitude. People high in openness are highly motivated to learn new skills, and they do well in training settings. They also have an advantage when they enter into a new organization. Their open-mindedness leads them to seek a lot of information and feedback about how they are doing and to build relationships, which leads to quicker adjustment to the new job. Next one is conscientiousness. The degree to which a person is organized, systematic, punctual, achievement-oriented, and dependable. Used to describe the degree to which person is organized, how disciplined he or she is, and can also describe how careful a person is in a certain situation. Conscientiousness is the one personality trait that uniformly predicts how a person's performance will be across a variety of occupations and jobs. In addition to their high performance, conscientiousness people have higher levels of motivation to perform, lower levels of turnover, lower levels of absenteeism, and higher levels of safety performance at work. The third one is extraversion. The degree to which a person is outgoing, talkative, and sociable and enjoys being in social situations. Defined as a behavior where someone enjoys being around people more than being alone. An example of extraversion is when someone always enjoys being the center of attention. Extroverts do well in social situations, and as a result, they tend to be effective in job interviews. They have an easier time than introverts when adjusting to a new job. They have information, feedback, and build effective relationship, which helps with their new adjustment. Fourth one is agreeableness, a personality dimension that describes the individual's propensity Someone with agreeableness factor is good-nurtured, cooperative, and trusting. The degree to which a person is nice, tolerant, sensitive, trusting, kind, and warm. People who are high in agreeableness are like people who get along with others. Not surprisingly, agreeable people help others to work consistently, and this helping behavior is not dependent on being in a good mood. They are also less likely to retaliate when other people treat them unfairly. Neuroticism, the degree to which a person is anxious, irritable, aggressive, temperamental, and moody. It is the tendency to experience negative emotions such as anger, anxiety, or depression. It is sometimes called emotional instability. These people have a tendency to have emotional adjustment problems and experience stress and depression on a habitual basis. People very high in neuroticism experience a number of problems that work. Now let's proceed to values and attitudes. Values refers to stable life goals that people have, reflecting what is most important to them, broad preferences concerning appropriate courses of action or outcomes. Early family experiences are important influences over the dominant values. Values of a generation also change and evolve in response to the historical context that the generation grows up in. The values a person holds will employment. The values that are important to people tend to affect the types of decisions they make, how they perceive their environment, and their actual behavior. Attitude, a predisposition to respond in a positive or negative way to someone, something in one's environment. Influences by value acquired from the same sources as values. Focus on a specific people or objects, whereas values have a more general focus and are more stable than next one, self-esteem. The degree to which a person has overall positive feelings about his or herself. People with high self-esteem view themselves in a positive light or are confident and respect themselves. On the other hand, people with low self-esteem experience high levels of self-doubt and question their self-worth. Lastly, the self-efficacy, a belief that one can perform a specific task successfully. Self-efficacy is different from personality traits in that is job specific. People with high self-efficacy setting higher goals for themselves and committed to these goals, whereas people with low efficacy tend to procrastinate. So I am going to present to you the ways to build your self-confidence. This is some ways how you build your self-confidence. The number one is take a self-inventory or self-assessment. Number two, set manageable goals. 3. Find a mentor. 4. Don't judge yourself by your failures. Next, until you can feel confident, be sure to act confident. And last, now know when to ignore negative advice. So, personal development is a lifelong process that involves the assessment of current skills and talents and the enhancement of oneself based on that assessment, which then leads to the realization of goals and an improved quality of life. To be able to assess yourself, you need to be able to reflect on your past, which helps you to understand the attitudes you have developed and the foundation that you will building your life on. You have to reflect on your present to see if there's room for improvement and reflect on your future so that you can achieve your aspirations. And that's the end of our discussion. I hope you have learned a lesson, and God bless.